We are actually losing some ships over here.
Are we?
Yeah. Where is that single Marine that I sent? Like, what's he up to?
Where's that single guy? What's he doing over there?
Well, I thought I sent a Marine to, like, take this island so that...
Just a Marine.
Yeah.
We gave him some supplies, a rifle.
And Marine.
Go do it, but Sergeant Jenkins, go handle business.
Hey, Sergeant Jenkins is a badass. Don't
handle business. Here's a hand grenade, an M4, and a bayonet. Handle business.
I probably messed up by giving him another order, but I guess I'll allow him strategic redeployment privileges and. Yeah, because we need to take this island. We are losing ships over here. We had 84 and we're down to 72 just fighting Soviet submarines. Oh, never mind. I guess they just weren't all involved in the battle. So, we're not doing as bad as I thought. Yeah, let's keep upgrading our MPs. We can actually create a division now for those. So I'm going to turn our cavalry division into a military police division. Let's remove everything.
Well, we're both talking pretty flat, or Jordai.
What's up?
We're being asked who is playing, who is talking. We're both talking.
Yeah, we're both.
TJ's playing.
I am playing, yes. Yeah, so that's gonna be. We're gonna call this the Democracy Police.
And yes, we conquered Japan and China. That was a thing that happened. Mounted.
Democracy Police. MDPs. Democracy Police.
That sounds like a. That sounds like a bad 80s Saturday morning cartoon. Democracy Police.
And we're going to train a shitload of them because they don't really cost much besides manpower.
With one of those leads who's just way too goody two-shoes. Like a mixture of Captain America and Fred from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I can't deploy them I can only deploy them on the mainland. Can I deploy them in Alaska? No. So we're going to deploy them
Good golly, guys. Let's get after those commie Reds.
And I'm going to create... once they deploy, I'm going to create a new army for them.
They have a talking car?
Yes, of course. They have to have a talking car. What was up with that?
I don't know.
Everybody had to have a talking shark or a talking car or some sort of personified...
some kind of anthropomorphized.
That was the word I was looking for, yeah. Yeah. It was a weird time for entertainment. For children's entertainment.
Formative for us, though.
Yes.
I remember the good old days where we would just watch the Thundercats and Super Friends on blast for hours at a time.
So I think our Navy is pretty well filled out. We're missing a niche with battle cruisers and light battleships, but I think we've got what we need in terms of naval complement. Naval doctrine, again, we're not we are kind of making use of submarines, but we mainly needed those against Japan. Land doctrines are filled out. Let's start with rocket artillery.
Bam.
We're actually going to get to the point that we're running out of stuff to research. Because we have 6 research slots and the free trade research bonus. We actually have no resource shortages currently, though, which is almost a first.
You gotta think the Soviets are gonna be starting to feel the pinch with all the territory they've lost.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we aren't really driving into their industrial centers here, but, I mean, Germany is.
Yeah, well, and we're gonna cut off their access to the Pacific Ocean, which is significant. And all of their resources in this region. We don't have high enough decryption to see if there's... Oh, no, we can see that there's 0 airplanes at that airbase, but we'll take it anyway, because we can use it for our own purposes. We have 3 nuclear bombs. We're building another one right now. We currently build...
We have no way to get them to a meaningful target at the moment.
It looks like we build a bomb about every 40 days at this point. Nuclear freaking bombs. France is sending us some more expeditionary forces. Good for them.
They are welcome to do so.
Yeah, they're doing all right. It looks like they've kind of bogged down here.
At least they exist,
New Zealand.
though.
Freaking New Zealand is
basically knocking Italy out of the...
Yeah. They're doing so well that they might actually make it to Old Zealand.
Wouldn't that be ironic?
Yeah, it would be. It's like, now we're just Zealand. Eat it. Suck it.
Just the one Zealand.
Yeah. One world Zealand. That is our goal.
That'd be an interesting playthrough.
Yeah.
New Zealand playthrough with the
New
goal.
Zealand starts with, like, garbage industrial infrastructure, so it would be very difficult, but it would be a lot of fun.
To become... the journey to become Zealand again.
Yes. Make Zealand Zealand again. Make Zealand new again. There we go. Alright.
And yes, I would not imagine that the Kiwis would begin 1936 as an industrial power.
That would make almost no sense. Unless wool is a very high demand commodity, they are not.
Well, you know, the Great Depression and the wool shortage of 1936 lent an economic opportunity to little island nations.
We gotta just be spamming infrastructure as fast as we can build it here. Alright. We finished that. We are already researching that. Anti-air guns, maybe?
I'd get it just for the hell of it, man.
What else is there at this point? Tactical bombers.
What about jet engines and what have you?
We're working on that. That's going to take a while. Synthetic oil is a potential. I mean, yeah, I guess, towed anti-aircraft guns can't hurt. Soviets do have an air force.
It's not in good shape at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure most of them are just getting shot down by the Luftwaffe on the Ostfront here, but
I think Germany might take Moscow.
by the way, Sweden and Norway have still like not really given an inch. I think they lost an air base. But yeah, they're holding the line with the help of Greece, who is another one of those tiny nations that have just made a disproportionate contribution.
Yeah, they kind of just been kind of map hopping, you know, like,
yeah.
And here's a few Greek divisions showing up to help you out.
Imagine that. All right, more expeditionary forces from Canada. We'll take them. Patton slowly but surely machine gunning his way across distant reaches of Siberia.
Siberia.
We have taken the land around this lake, which means that we don't need to station troops there anymore, because amphibious landings across fresh bodies of water are not a thing in this game right now. And you know what? We're going to let the Brits handle this.
They'll be alright.
We're going to let the Brits handle just all of this. We're going to draw our line here. United States of America.
Yeah.
It's the United States, son. Not the divided states. I don't think that's
Victoria too.
That's not really relevant in this period. There's not really a civil war happening, so yeah. I think everyone is pretty much on board. I think it was probably the most united that the United States has been since the Revolution, actually.
Yup.
Yeah.
Popular sentiment was pretty united.
Yeah, it was. There wasn't a lot of like partisan politics during World War II as compared to other eras of US
I was going to say, as compared to other eras, there still was.
Yeah, we're
FDR encountered some contention.
Look at that. We're just going to make you guys scramble to fill in this line, because we're doing most of the work, so Yeah. That's true. Yeah, there was
FDR.
some stiff opposition to the New Deal.
I mean, you ever heard the switch in time to save 9? I mean, some pretty interesting stuff going down.
Yeah.
And if you ever care to, I can discuss the legal history of the 1930s in the Supreme Court, but literally no one cares, because I didn't, and I had to study it for a grade.
Alright. Closing off front with neutral Tibet, which will allow us to
and just about knocks Japan out of it.
I mean, Japan, yeah, that's, I mean, they occupy some territory down here, but Japanese government in exile doing their best to hang on. Man, if I need to say it again, Siberia is big and it takes a long time to march across it. How is
cutting them off from the sea so worth it though?
Yeah, this single group of commandos really needs to get their ass to a port. The Soviets couldn't have built one port up here that we could have used for naval invasions.
They're like, no, screw you Americans.
Patton making it happen, doing what he does, slowly but surely, advancing on the empty airfield. The capture point in Battlefield 1942 with nobody on it, as you might say.
That was a reference right there.
That was a reference. Let's keep expanding our transport. Oh, we need to take at least one more province before we can expand transport infrastructure. We've cut a pocket. Just go for it. Just go for it. Just finish them off. Get them. Get them.
Get them Ruskies.
Yeah, I think that might be the last. Yeah, that wasn't even a Soviet army. That was a.
Oh, really?
A Sankang army or one of their allies. Yeah.
They managed to make it quite a bit north, didn't they?
They did. Okay. What's the hold up down here? You guys did hear that I wanted you to take this territory so we don't have to have a front down here anymore, right? Good old Tibet, providing a nice little buffer so that we don't have to be overextended. UK, you guys doing all right against the Japanese government in exile?
That territory has gotten smaller, I think.
They do hold a port, but it doesn't really matter because it's not like they're going to be getting supplies from the home islands. Alright. Siberia is big. Siberia is big. Man, it is a really big area of the world. And this is now Sesame Street, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say, you keep
going
with
turned
that.
World War II into Sesame Street.
It's a little disturbing, bro.
Yeah. Well, Sesame Street's owned by HBO right now. It's edgy, you know? That's...
3! 1, 2, 3 machine gun nest.
Speaking of which, how's Transylvania doing? Still owned by Axis Bulgaria. Is Yugoslavia allies? Yeah, no, they're Axis. Are they? No, they're allies. So wait, is Bulgaria part of the allies? Yeah, fascist Bulgaria is now part of the allies. Go figure.
Oh, France is pushing into their...
Yeah, they're making progress slowly but surely. They're kind of held up at the Alps a little bit, but they're reclaiming a lot of French territory.
See, I think this is ripely set up for where we're going to end the war with Russia and just be able to immediately take out Germany. Like,
yep,
we're going to roll to victory in this conflict. I'm extremely...
The fact that they're wearing each other down is tremendously helpful, as it was historically. Can we build infrastructure now? Our horses love infrastructure. That was a Total War joke for those of you who got it.
That's a feature of Loresworn Live in a lot of our programs. A lot of really obscure, obtuse references.
Gaming references
you'll dig
specifically, yeah.
Oh, and pop culture.
Yeah, yeah.
Why, just several days ago, we referenced an old episode of The Simpsons from the 90s.
Yes, we did.
War never changes. No,
Yes.
it don't.
No, it don't. Fortunately, we won't have a Fallout
Hopefully you
a
said...
Fallout 3 scenario, I don't think, with an invasion of Alaska, because we really got the initiative on this mofo. But, okay, so you are going to have to naval invade from this port to... I think it was, yeah, this is their last naval base on this side of the world. So, make sure that they're assigned to the order. Does it say 1 division? No divisions. 0 transports. Why? Why is that? You're making me sad.
Killing me, Smalls.
Oh, and I drew it at the wrong place. Alright. Commandos. Cheat commandos. They're probably fighting for freedom. Buy all our playsets and toys. There's another obscure reference for you.
I wouldn't call that one obscure.
It is now. Like, Homestar hasn't been a thing for many years.
I thought they came back to a degree.
Well, they did, but they're not, like, at the apex of internet pop culture anymore like they used to be.
Truth.
5 nuclear bombs, by the way. 5 nuclear bombs!
The game ends either in 48 or after
Yeah,
48 when the war ends.
Technically, it's over in 48, but we can keep playing as long as we want. We could play till 1991. It's just there aren't any new technologies or anything to unlock past 1948. So it would be like continuing the world in a perpetual state of, you know, late World War II, early Korean War technological stasis. Alright. Some divisions attached to this invasion are not at the point of attack yet. Kamchatka is almost ours. Why are you going that way? Just take the last little bits of this. Alright, have we closed up the Tibetan front? Cool. So we're just going to delete this line here. Hopefully it doesn't delete the whole line. Cool. And we'll let the Brits handle that. So now we have a nice, solid front for Eisenhower to advance across. We're going to need to take a look at the resource situation. There are still some resources we need to capture up here. We'll let Patton handle that, though. There's some oil fields. We'll let Patton handle that.
How big is the USA now? Very large, man. Very large.
If you count all of the friendly states that we've created in Central and South America, we are quite large. We have all of Japan, all the Pacific Islands, except for the ones that are owned by Britain, and
we're about by the end of this conflict, we will have achieved global hegemony even greater than is historically accurate.
Yep. Because we're not gonna let the Soviet Union off easy. We'll probably we might take everything up to the Urals and then just release them as the definitely restore Finland and then release them as the Russian Federation and let them keep the rest of their territories. Probably what we'll end up doing. All right, our commandos are ready to take the last Pacific Soviet naval base. Semper Fi.
We would nuke Moscow. We can't reach it.
Yeah, we can't reach it yet. We would basically need to attack through the Mediterranean and grab one of these air bases close by, because we're attacking from the opposite side that the Germans attacked from. So we don't have enough intel in wherever. Okay, well, we probably have some spare
good
boats.
Good old Mexican opposition in the south.
Yeah. Arleigh Burke, our last admiral. We just want you to make the North Pacific safe for democracy.